Hi, I'm Mika, the interior architect for the Taruc residence. The Tarucs invited me to bring life into their already planned home by architect Cesar through thoughtful visual and spatial detailing. For me, it began with understanding the kind of life they wanted to come home to. Since the layout was already in place, my role as the interior architect was to bring in the right materials, finishes, and the furnishings to shape how the home feels. From the beginning, they were clear about wanting a space that felt calm, intentional, and well put together. So, nothing loud, just a home that felt lived in, thoughtful, authentic, and true to how they move through everyday life. Knowing they're both doctors, I wanted the home to feel like a retreat. So, a place where they could truly feel like an exhale from the demanding days. And with a family of six, it was important that each member felt seen. And so the goal was to keep the space calm, intentional, and spaces that support both togetherness and individuality. Shared spaces like the kitchen bring the family closer, and their private spaces give each one a space to recharge and feel at home.
Now, we were so excited when we were finally able to create a house that would have spaces that reflect um, personality and purpose. So, we wanted high ceilings, big windows, natural light, adequate space for gatherings, and a little touch of nature. So we wanted a garden. And then we also wanted a kitchen with function and beauty. Yes, so we want big counters, adequate storage spaces. And personally, I wanted to have my own walk-in closet.
It was a mixed feeling of joy and pride that we were able to build this house and awe because it was just a dream and now it's a reality.
My pace is intentionally slower because thoughtful design takes time and honest conversations. Whether it's a home or a commercial space, it's really about understanding how people move, live, or work in that environment, not just what they want it to look like. Every decision is considered, and materials are chosen with longevity in mind, not just trends. It's really a personal, collaborative process where the goal is more than just aesthetics. It's about creating spaces that quietly support daily life and purpose.
This house gives us a sense of connectedness and togetherness.
Because for us, lives in the details. So, like having uh, shared spaces like the walk in closet, cozy corners, and the unspoken comfort of just being home together. When we first saw the kitchen, we were so amazed how the feeling was so indescribable. It was stunning, very nice. It was an amazing experience to see the designs of Sandrego came to life, and it's more beautiful than what we have ever imagined. It was stunning, and we were
It was
really
stunning.
amazed how it looked like. We cannot believe, is this our kitchen? It really looked great.
Good workflow was a must, especially in a full and busy household. I made sure movement was natural and unblocked. Generous storage was also key, but kept clean and integrated to avoid clutter. Every finish, including the layout of appliances, had to support that ease, sense of function, and order in daily life. The kitchen was meant to feel clean and calm, but still warm. I kept the palette really simple: white, soft lighting, very subtle gold accents, and the wood tones to tie up with the house and to let the space breathe. It was intended to be a fully functional kitchen for daily use since they didn't feel the need to have a separate service kitchen. The dual island combined with the peninsula was a really bold move, but it worked well, giving them space to host, prep, connect, and move comfortably.
Now, this kitchen serves as a functional space for us since this is where all the cooking preparations take place. So we do our little cooking experiments here, especially with our kids. And after a long day at work, this particular space serves as our gathering spot, especially at night, wherein me and the kids uh, take our snacks and then we talk about anything, especially what happened all throughout the day.
It was meant to be a breather, a space they could come home to and feel the reward of all they've worked hard for. So Doc Abby even joked that it could be her personal escape where she could enjoy the view of all the carefully displayed pieces. A treat after a long and tiring day. It had that quiet, luxurious feel, like stepping into their own private boutique. Both she and Doc Larson had custom zones tailored to their needs, and every item had a proper place. So it's like a shared space, but intentionally and thoughtfully theirs.
Now, the walk in closet is like an organization haven for me because I like everything has its own place and then I could easily find the things that I own. And then it's like having a personal boutique wherein you could get to display all the items that I have here and then I have vanity areas, mirrors, and then I also like the lighting. This particular spot right here is my favorite corner because it has a full-length mirror and then I get to dress up and it makes the experience more enjoyable than a chore. So that's why I really like this area. And then I also like the way the light highlights my things over here. So it's like, your private sanctuary. Yeah, private sanctuary to appreciate the things that you own.
We speak the same design language. I knew they were selective with their projects, and that was a good sign. They work with intention and execute with precision. And I wanted a builder who shared that mindset.
Now, Sandrego has a unique trait which I describe as humble accountability. They own their work whether it's good or bad. Like, for example, if it's good, they celebrate with you. But if something goes wrong, they take responsibility and make it right without an ego. So, this is a valuable trait in a particular company because the partnership is rooted in integrity.
With Sandrego, I knew the level of finish and attention to detail I envisioned would be respected and delivered well. It felt like a natural fit.
When we have problems and then we tell Sandrego about it,
Very responsive.
they're responsive and very reliable.
Since they only take on a few projects at a time, there was really room to be thorough and intentional. So, no shortcuts. Every detail had to have sense and purpose. Everything was well coordinated, and the standard was so high. It allowed us to focus on quality over progress. And that kind of discipline really elevated the outcome.
So they treat post-project support as part of the full service and not just a favor. So that's what we appreciate about them. And then we really appreciate that they see us as a long-term client and not just a one-time project.
I was genuinely impressed with how smooth and meticulous the collaboration was. As someone who works systematically and values detail, it was really refreshing to work with a supplier who shared the same mindset. There was really close coordination, and from start to finish, even when adjustments were made, communication stayed clear and respectful. So they were transparent with timelines and always made sure to get my approval before moving forward. And it really felt like a team effort built on mutual trust and a shared standard for quality.
Ikaw dapat.
Dili, second question lang ko.
Ha?
Second question pa man
O,
ko.
second question, sige, balik. Okay.